All right, today we're going to dive into a business plan that could completely change the game for one of the world's biggest and busiest cities. So let's start with a number, 5.5 crore. That's 55 million people. Think about that. That's the population of Delhi-NCR. It's a mega city, and its entire logistics network, well, it's stretched to a breaking point by the sheer volume of daily demand. So what does that actually look like on the ground? We're talking about a full-blown urban crisis, a city that's literally choking on its own inefficiency. First up, you've got crippling congestion. I mean, the city's roads are just gridlocked. This makes moving anything, goods, packages, you name it, incredibly slow, unpredictable, and just super inefficient. And what's causing all that traffic? Well, there are over 1.2 crore registered vehicles on the road, and that number, it just keeps climbing, clogging up the city's arteries and really slowing down its economic pulse. And, all those vehicles, especially the diesel cargo vans that are the backbone of last-mile delivery, they're pumping out some of the most toxic air pollution on the planet. It's a massive health risk for millions of people. Okay, but what if the solution to this whole mess isn't something we have to build from the ground up? What if it's already there, an untapped giant, hiding in plain sight? I want you to think about the Delhi Metro for a second. It's a world-class system, right? A modern marvel that moves millions of people every single day. But what about cargo? Zilch, absolute zero. It's a huge, untapped opportunity just sitting there right under the city's feet. Yeah, we're talking about a sleeping giant here. Over 400 kilometers of modern, super efficient rail that crisscrosses the entire region. But for freight, it's completely unused. So this all leads to a really powerful question, doesn't it? Could this network that's already built, already running beneath the city, be the key to finally cracking the city's logistics nightmare?
Well, the proposal we're exploring today has a pretty elegant answer, and it's called the Metro Cargo Model.
Now, the core idea here is just brilliantly simple. You use the metro system's huge amount of off-peak capacity to move goods, not just people. You're basically turning a passenger service into a dual-purpose logistics powerhouse for the whole city.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How would this model actually work? This is the blueprint for a much greener city. The secret sauce here is something called a day-parting strategy. It's pretty clever. By using specific time slots, like, say, early morning for groceries and perishables, midday for electronics, and late night for bulk e-commerce stuff, the cargo movement never gets in the way of peak passenger traffic. It's all about efficiency without compromise.
So check this out. Here's how a single package would make its journey. First, it shows up at a new kind of sorting center, a metro urban distribution hub, right near a station. Then, it gets loaded onto dedicated cargo coaches. And here's the magic part. It zips across the city clean and fast, totally bypassing all that traffic on the roads. Finally, at the destination station, it's handed off to a fleet of electric vehicles for that last green mile of delivery. It's a truly seamless end-to-end system.
And hey, this isn't just some crazy theory. Big cities around the world are already doing this. You've got Paris using its trams, Tokyo using off-peak capacity, and even New York using its commuter rail. The concept is already proven to work.
Okay, so what's the actual impact for Delhi if this happens? The plan lays out what it calls a powerful triple win. So this breaks down into three huge benefits. First, a massive boost in logistics efficiency. For you, that could mean faster, more reliable deliveries. Second, massive environmental gains by slashing vehicle emissions. And third, a brand new way for the Delhi Metro to make money. So it's a win for business, a win for the planet, and a win for public infrastructure. And if you really want to get a sense of the environmental impact, just look at this. The CO2 emissions from a metro cargo trip are practically zero compared to those super polluting diesel vans they use now. I mean, the difference is just staggering.
In fact, get this. Every single one of these cargo trains could take 30 to 40 polluting diesel vans off the city's crowded streets. Just imagine what hundreds of these trips every single day would do.
But this is bigger than just Delhi. We're talking about a billion-dollar vision here, a potential national blueprint for the future of our cities. The plan estimates that the immediate market for this kind of logistics, just in Delhi-NCR alone, is worth nearly $1 billion every year. But the ultimate goal? It's even more ambitious.
The idea is to spin off Metro Cargo into its own publicly listed company. This would literally create the world's first sustainable urban cargo company on the stock market. That would set a whole new global benchmark for ESG investing. And beyond that, it would create a blueprint for other huge Indian cities like Mumbai and Bengaluru to follow suit.
And the whole plan ends on this really provocative thought, which I think is perfect. It highlights just how urgent this is and the unique chance Delhi has to lead, not just the country, but the whole world, in figuring out the future of sustainable urban logistics. The infrastructure is there. The need is undeniable. So the real question is, will the vision become a reality?